One more thing I want to mention, and maybe a few other things. I don't think the existence of these SML impersonators of my parents being here or not being here makes any difference. Have I said that before? And also, is there a need for a composite of positive over negative out there in order for our situations to move forward with our PMLs? You would think so, logically, maybe, if you consider that all of the FPs need their situations to move forward. And there are also, I heard, hundreds of newly recruited, self recruited without portals, right? They just became positives and FPs commanders and began formalization activities with their PML situations and are in on board with our objectives. So congratulations, sirs and ma'ams. Thank you. Um, but well, that's logic that we have. But them coming here would indicate that they are negative right away. Walled activity out there. Uh, we don't know it when you consider what we've seen with all these atoms coming to us. That's it, I think. I mean, if they try to regress your situation by sending your PMLs on a trip, is it a concern really? When the whole time for this time frame of these SMLs being gone, they used it to avoid the ideas and the activities of the accident. But were there any positives at all throughout the whole situation? No. Once you see a situation like that taking place, and if there were numbers out there, if there were people out there with the ability to affect that situation, such as create the accident amidst all these invaders being here, which doesn't sound hard at all, really. Oh, they would all be against it, and you would need the numbers. Okay, I understand that. What if they could wall it and go through them? What I've been hearing is there hasn't been much actualizer activity in the sky when it comes to. Oh yeah, they had tons of cars driving down the street here, looking like there was some kind of emergency situation. They did that last week, was it? Like over 2 days, just piled up, and there was nothing going on outside of the area, just passing through as if it were a detour and looking like they wanted to avoid the accident when they weren't even here. Oh, there were people that were motivated for having it, and they were conducting preventive measures, right? Well, numbers would seem necessary there, unless they were able to wall the activity and just go through all of it. There's people smart enough to do that, so we have to consider both. I mean, if they're distracted by you having your private matters or gaming or being out or doing something, and they're all like coming to you because of it, wouldn't that be an opportune time for it, right? When you're not expecting it? Situation? True. Because you have this idea that once your PML situation moves forward, all it takes from there is us doing our work, and we don't need anyone anymore. We get back to that idea. Do you need a positive composite? You don't for that. They can't affect us once we've got the finances to move. That would be everyone's situation who wants to move on our planet. There's a lot of people doing that, and a lot of people who are not purchasing because of this, right? Them affecting our economy and our planet and not giving a shit, and then just like sending people here to work in order to do the same shit on TV, right? Has anyone gotten to the idea that them withholding activity from anyone's accounts, access, such as my piling up social security and stimulus payments, and then they're worried this idea of like increased activity creating inflation once it gets moving, but it's already in circulation. I've come to the belief that it won't cause inflation, all this giving us CLA in order to make themselves think they can be here conducting criminal activities because they're doing that. You have no leverage, as you can see. We're not responding to that. We're just living within the means of it, which is less than we're supposed to get, I would assume, for everyone who's in that situation. And then when you think of companies providing utilities, if you're in a epicenter isolated situation such as myself, you got Jackwad and whoever saying enjoy your utilities, bitch, and who else? Berserker. But what? There's nobody working there. It's all automated or actualizing activities, and the cost, the costs that they incur, what would they be? You would think non-existent because what? Aside from the utilities that don't get used because there's nobody living here, uh, it would have to be, let's see, you think of electricity, and if they don't have people paying their bills, how do they get their oil? Yeah, it's being provided to them, so enjoy your utilities, bitch. That would have been a good part to end it on, but what else is there? The companies and the people involved who actualize food in your house, and then they say, you fucking spoiled brat. Did I ask for any of it? Are you eating?